Brentford warmed up the fans with a nod to only fools and horses, then played like plonkers. Nottingham Forest inflicted only the second home defeat of the season on the high-flying Bees thanks to a 13th-minute goal from striker Igor Jesus and Taiwo Awoniyi's finish. Sign up for the football newsletter. Thank you. Igor Jesus opened the scoring for Nottingham ForestCredit. Getty. Taiwo Awoniyi sealed all 3 points credit. Reuters. It keeps them 5 points clear of the Premier League drop zone and closest rivals West Ham, who have suddenly hit form. But a hard-fought result also marks a stark turnaround from last Thursday's European disaster for boss Sean Dyche, which suggests his players do have the bottle for the survival dogfight ahead. In the moments before the teams emerged for kickoff, Brentford aired a colourful video of their players in action set to the famous theme tune of the legendary sitcom centering around the hapless Trotter brothers from South London. The punters were singing along before what was expected to be a routine home win for boss Keith Andrews and his team that have turned their tiny West London ground into something of a fortress this season. Read more on football. But the smiles dropped when Brazilian Jesus lashed home a scruffy goal that owed more to his tenacity and Latin fire than to any sublime skill. Although it must be noted how impressive it was to see him holding off a defender built in the mold of Nelson Mandela House, the grubby tower block residence of Del Boy and his brother Rodney in the series. Jesus turned and squeezed home a shot from an acute angle inside the 6-yard box, then wheeled away in celebration at scoring his 9th goal of the campaign, albeit only his 2nd in the Premier League. There was more comedy to follow when Bees striker Igor Jesus hopelessly miskicked when presented with a golden opportunity to equalize in the second half. Most read in football. Best free bets and betting sign-up offers. Jesus has 16 goals so far this season, more than any of his compatriots have managed in a single Premier League season before. But he scuffed a chance to put his team ahead less than 2 minutes into the match when he allowed himself to be put off just enough by the physical presence of Forest defender Murillo. That went just wide of the post, but 11 minutes into the second half he should have at least got a shot off when left-back Rico Henry delivered a cross into the middle of the 18-yard box only for Jesus to spectacularly hit the ball with the wrong foot. Forest, with 7 changes to the team that lost to Braga last week and now need a playoff in the Europa League, were grinding it out while under the cosh then pounced to wrap it up. Awoniyi burst clear along the right wing after being chased by Sepp van den Berg. Jesus lashed home credit. PA. Awoniyi was mobbed by his teammates credit. Reuters. Winger Callum Hudson-Odoi was in support but the sub chose to go it alone, holding off his man admirably then poking the ball in from a tight angle again. Forest face spiralling Crystal Palace, Leeds, bottom club Wolves and Liverpool in their next 4 games. All fixtures where a point at least is within reach, if not more. With new 6'7" striker Lorenzo Luca now waiting in the wings to add height up front, the relegation scrap looks set to hot up as the season enters its business end. This time next year they won't be millionaires as Derek Trotter always promised on endless occasions, but they may at least still be in the Premier League. Comments.